asking. I was after buying the drinks.
Hi. So Matt picked this up. Just thought we'd do a light one and a quick one, and actually there's kind of a cool little surprise for Christine. We've got to get to that sooner than later, though. But this is a Rebel hard coffee from 12's. Mocha Latte, a malt beverage with natural flavors and 100% Arabica coffee. I don't know. I'm not
it smells delicious.
I'm not a fan of coffee in any format, but hot.
This looks like chocolate milk.
I like coffee that looks like coffee. And this does. It looks like, and it smells just like chocolate milk. It's like a sippy cup shit.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this is like work coffee.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna be taking these to work when I get a job.
So
I won't be having a job long. I'll be filling up on these in the morning.
So David and Matt in cahoots today to get this down here. This is Christine's author copy of the book. She doesn't know. I don't think she even knows about the book. But oh, I see David signed it for her. That might be a personal thing. So I'm gonna have her come down here and well, I was looking for drooping material, and this feels like a shirt, and this is for Eddie Ibomai. You know, just something to throw over it. Make it look like I had her down here for something other than. Well, she's got a time machine and she's watching this right now.
Trump won.
Yeah, that's yes, I have no problems wearing that. So we're just gonna throw this right here for a second. And as long as we're opening stuff, I mean, maybe something out there is funny. Yep.
Meeny, miny, mo.
This feels like I don't even know. This one is for Eric Boney. So spelled almost closest to being right, but again, it feels well, it could be the world's smallest shirt. And the other package, my mailman left out in the rain, and it was actually sitting and drying. And this was all before the Scotsman.
Where is this?
Not charging, please read. Well, here, do you want to read? And it looks like it's another damn cell phone, but it's not charging.
Dear buyer, thank you for purchasing this product. Please be aware that this specific device has been tested and it does charge and has a good battery life. If you are unable to charge this device, please check with your charger. Older phones such as this one are notorious for being very picky about what chargers they accept. Phone manufacturers back then did this on purpose, so you were forced to buy only their chargers. Generic or off-brand chargers may result in the device not charging or displaying an error message. This specific device was able to be charged using an original Motorola Razr micro USB charger. 99% of return devices of this model power on successfully and have no issue.
God. Okay, and this one is for Eric Old Bomey.
Was this another little burner phone for you?
I don't know if that's even acceptable on the network anymore. That's an original Razr.
I was gonna say I used to have one of these.
Oh my God.
What?
I made a comment that all I ever wanted was a Motorola StarTAC. And 25 years later, almost 30 years later, someone sends me a Motorola StarTAC. A spare battery, the leather holster.
Oh boy. Went all out for you.
This is the shit. You know, this is. I wanted one of these so bad when phones first. This is on an analog network. I don't know if anybody runs an analog network anymore. So this is just.
But you look cool.
I'd like to.
Cool.
Okay, we gotta get Christine down here now.
All right, I'll get rid of the chair. Holy moly.
Oops. You have to come down and see what somebody sent me.
This is almost too sweet.
You know, I had a razor that was sitting down there for years. It was Sam's, one of Sam's old phones, and she took it for nostalgia reasons. For nostalgia reasons. You know, now if they came up with something, she's coming, everybody. Yeah, let's spank that ass.
I do like those cheeks, I'll tell you what.
But wait, there's more. Oh, you gotta move over here because she has to be. She has to be seen.
Yeah, let me get out of here. Get out of the way.
What?
First the Motorola Razr, and then the phone that I've wanted more than anything 27 years ago is the StarTech.
She doesn't seem too amused.
Look at this look.
This is what you called me downstairs for?
Look at this look on her face. Come here.
I'm not jumping in the camera.
Okay, fine. I got this shirt.
Okay.
She is just not amused today.
Anything else?
Yeah.
What?
Ever
It
thought
all
about
depends on you, you know.
Ever thought about going into business as a private investigator? I mean, you're fast on catching shit.
Oh.
What? Oh, Jesus. I just got sniped again. David.
Wow, this looks like an author's copy.
It is the author's copy. Oh, man.
Not amused.
Dumbest show ever! Is all you do is stand in the basement and drink? Yeah.
Wow. This is crazy.
So that's from David to you.
How did you get this?
David brought it to him because
I
David-
You're
know.
in on this?
Yeah?
David
What
couldn't
do you
leave
think I
it.
snuck in the side door? You didn't even know I was here.
No, I didn't.
David couldn't leave it in the deacon's bench because 3 security cameras would have caught him doing it. So they had to have Plan B.
Did you bring this over when you put the...
No.
Oh.
No,
I brought it over when you were sitting out back talking on the phone. I came
Oh.
snuck in the
I
side
saw
door.
you, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, where's Matt? And then I'm like,
Yeah, I had to go grab the
how come he's not
package out of the
coming over and
garage.
saying hi, and you just kept right on going, and I'm like,
well, because we had a plan. I
yeah.
had to stick to the plan. If I wasn't walking over there, I'm sure you'd have been like, "What the fuck are you carrying them?"
You remember these though?
This is crazy. And Schwags is upstairs. Yes, I remember those. And this is crazy. And I have to go upstairs before the dog tries to take a
Okay.
tumble down the stairs on 3 legs. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'm coming, Shorty.
She still didn't seem all that amused with the book either.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Wow, tough crowd.
Real tough.
Okay.
She got sniped by Dave.
Got sniped by David again. Okay, first. First was Brad saying, "Hell yeah, brother. Nice job. Nice job, Brad." Harold, I'm here, but I'm gonna
I'm here, but I'm going to the lake. I'll watch the rest later, or not.
go into the lake. You didn't authorize this shit with me. Hi, Scotsman. Nice to see you here. Gonna be a better or another review and episode when that other guy is around. Oh hell yeah! Harold again. Intro babe. Yes, brew babe. Hell yeah. Nick, another Canadian buddy. Here, we're cheers, Peckerhead. Oh, wow. This is another one of the deplorables. And Nick's now in the. Oh, by the way, if I don't know who you really are and want to be in and you're on Facebook, please let me know, because I tried to invite everybody that I thought would want to be in the brew crew on Messenger. Now just be warned, Smile Money was in for about 5 seconds and understood the wrath of Brad immediately.
I usually wake up to like freaking 90 messages.
Yeah.
He does a lot of photo bombs there.
Yeah. I start to wonder what Brad actually does at work.
Look up a lot of pictures.
I mean, I know he's been here, and he was at a major one of our businesses, helping set up or fixing some automation equipment. But he's got a lot of downtime on his hands, no pun intended. Nick, hope you're keeping safe, because we all know you're not staying sane. Also, I noticed I got a friend request on Disgrace Book from some weird fuck named Brew Reviews. He sounds cool, but still fucking weirdo. Well, that's because of all of the shit that you see on Fagbook. I got a supposed 60-day ban for...
Jeez, they're almost treating you like Trump.
Oh, that's the one that I got a 60-day ban for that.
Nice.
Seriously, Fagbook? 60 days for that? I thought you'd be all for gun control because you're a bunch of commie. Mrs. Nyhap, and Tardisius, but oh, and guess what? This picture is still up.
I kind of cracked up with that one.
That one is still up, but literally, like almost immediately, they took. So I started brew. I started the brew channel, and it gives me at least an option to possibly interact with people. But to tell you the truth, I am really getting less and less give a shit about Facebook. It's a cesspool, and I know every single time I say I'm leaving, people say don't do it because, you know, let's just keep haranguing them. But if you can put up, I mean, I could have put up, I bet you that could have been a stick figure. I mean, Fagbook is just a piece of shit. They're just a bunch of commie pieces of shit. So, of course, last time I got off of my suspension, I immediately tried to get suspended again, and I somehow made it almost 2 months. I think it's been 2 months since the last time.
Yeah.
But like when it pops up saying it like I'm getting a scroll list of all the times I've been
86th.
86th, yeah. I guess I'm competing with Christopher on that now, too. Clyde says, fourth, whiskey and revolution for all. We'll get on that one, but what is the, see, I never saw... So, Chuck says, is Scotsman a Muslin or just enjoys looking like one? Douglas says, whatever Scotsman is, we need more of them. We could use less My Hollow Heads. I like that. That's good. Smile Money says to Douglas, that was just mean. No, I thought that was funny. Paul Hasman says, hi Chuckles. Who's this shit stain making a snide comment to you? That's Douglas. And Douglas never misses any Locked and Loadeds. And he always is polite, has great comments, and super questions.
Super questions.
I mean, when we throw stuff out there, he's always very interactive. He's never a dick like Chuck.
Okay.
Then Chuck says to Hasman, one of Eric's trollops. I'll take that. I love having good friends in my wake as opposed to cranky old bastards like you, Chuck. Love ya. Hey, Chuck. Hasman again. I don't get around here much anymore, but it's good to see you haven't changed. Yeah, Paul. He's still a dick. Then Chuck says back to... See, now, looks like Chuck and Hasman have a room together. I take notes and I can catch up anytime. Or we could proceed right to fuck off. Love you, Chuck. Call me. Hey, Chuck, I hear you have a cell phone. How come I don't have that number?
That was a low blow.
Actually, Paul sent out a group text once, and I forgot to write the number down. Otherwise, I would use the spook phone to send him shit at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm watching you.
I'm watching you, fucker. When are you gonna mow your lawn? Hey, watch out for the fire ants, crab ass. Then Smile Money says, always good to see comments from my hollow head and Hasman 440. I may have edited that on behalf of Douglas. Then Chuck says, everybody likes a good freak show. Then Douglas says, got to admit, this is renting space in some people's head. Laugh my fucking ass off. Yes, Douglas. Well done. Joey says, Joey's an idiot.
That is such a miss, it's not even on the board.
Yeah. Hey, Joey. Let me check. Nope. That's a miss. Okay. That is spelt properly.
Whatever you want, boss.
Well, I don't know where you're at on this.
What do you mean where I'm at? Oh, what?
Last night?
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to get crazy today. Had enough crazy shenanigans last night to last me a week.
So what did Matt find? Now, the local place doesn't stock the Paul John that's peaty, but I'm telling you that this is that minus the peatiness. This may be one of the smoother whiskeys that I have had.
So I did good then.
Now it just makes me wonder about more of the shit in their lineup.
Yeah. I don't know how how the pricing is on all those. But that one right there, that was $60 before taxes. I'm guessing with taxes more like 70. But.
So the cheapest I've been able to find that is $102.
Okay.
And I suppose it's the cask strength that picks it up.
I even had to take a picture. I saw a bunch from the Octomore. I was looking that up. And they're selling it on Amazon.
What? Oh, but is that the in?
Yeah, it's like...
I don't know if we can get that over here.
I don't either, but it's popping right up. But I took a picture of one of them.
Why don't we send Sharky a bottle of the Octomore?
I figured that would be one that we're
Classic,
gonna try to.
classic
try to
laddie.
Yeah,
What's the
classic laddie.
what's the proof on that?
I'm not
Well,
sure.
you know, this is Brook Laddie,
Yeah,
and I tell you that's pretty impressive. The Port Charlotte for a $70 bottle. I've never seen that around here, and I'm probably gonna regret the fact that by the time that bottle's empty, I'll go looking and they
won't have it.
won't have it.
Well, if you go up to the Kenwood area, that place said they can order anything and everything, but I don't know what the prices are. They seem to have a lot of stuff that other places don't. So I mean,
Oh, if they can get something like the peated version, and you're paying, you know, maybe if somebody walked into their liquor store and they could find it for 102, and these guys want 110, 120, it'd probably be worth it. I mean, it's not like I don't go through a bottle of that
Just
in.
keep one ordered every month and a half, and I'll see you in 6 weeks.
Yeah, just tell them, just keep it on the keep fill.
Yep.
The keep fill plan.
You know, I'm really not a big fan of this stuff anymore. It was good at first, but it's too sweet. It reminds me a lot of like those the Monster Javas, or even like the Starbucks that you can buy at, you know, gas stations. That's what they taste like.
See, I've never had.
It tastes good, but I mean,
Closest I've
it's
ever
just
come
really
to this
sweet.
is when we had the Pabst,
Yeah, yeah.
and that was very similar to this, but this is much sweeter.
Yeah. It's almost, like I said, it's almost too sweet. It tastes good in the beginning, but it's really sweet.
Cheap Old Gun Guy says the contrails considered clouds, or at least they were when I was in college. Why were the jets going back and forth? Who really knows? Maybe they were doing pilot training, or maybe it just seemed like it. They were doing that. Maybe he just joined the Mile High Club. I like that idea. Or at least that's what I like to think.
Did you forget to pour 2 of these?
No.
Oh, you already drank yours?
What?
Damn. Sorry I blew up. Looking around like, Eric doesn't have a glass. You pour one, what the hell?
Gunwild says, "Hey, I was first. What the fuck happened to my comments, GrewTube? Maybe they caught on to my way around saying biatches." You know, what is weird is this seems to now be the new thing. The first comments are getting deleted. And I know because a lot of times, I will set the video to go live and I'll just hit refresh and see who the first 1 or 2 people are. And then I turn the computer off and I go to bed. And I don't remember who it was the other night, but the following day, that person's comment was gone and somebody else was listed as first. Steven, waiting for Matt to pop up and do a co-host change, but not looking like it'll happen. Clyde says E4.
You've sunk my battleship.
Oh, you know what that means. It means
Another shot.
At least me, I'm supposed to do a shot.
I'm still working on my first.
Oh, I better put Clyde. I gotta put Clyde in the book, because evidently my memory isn't worth a shit.
You don't even have any room on the book.
I'll have to back up to a clean page and I'll just
Was Clyde that got it? Get a new picture put up or something?
well done, Clyde, well done. You didn't get sniped that time. Clyde. Oh yeah, and I called C4 last time, and that C word Scotsman didn't check it after he read it.
I don't think he even knew what C4 was. But then he came down B4 and you look, oh, he's all into it then. I kind of laughed.
Probably thought it was dynamite.
Yep. That's what
Clyde
I was
called
thinking.
dynamite.
He was a little bit inebriated.
Rich says cheers all. Cheers, Rich.
I'm still trying to finish watching that whole show. It's there's a lot of ranting going on in that show with you and Scotsman. I just am laughing.
It was brought to my attention today from somebody else who will remain nameless. He's like, Scotsman was a little bit more liberated with some alcohol in his system than he is on foreign and domestic. Gunwild wants to know, are those special whiskey glasses for whiskey without an E, whiskey with an E, or any hard liquor?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Well, let's go with the sub-comments. Clyde says, well, Jeff, they are specially made for whiskey, no E, but would do you. Gunwild says, well, I'm not a whiskey snob, so the E doesn't matter to me. Clyde says, no snobbery. There's two types of whiskeys, one with a Y and one with a 1 with an E, Y. It just happens the better of the two ends in Y. Gunwild says, it's a matter of opinion. And Harold jumps in with Ninja. No, it's not a matter of opinion. It's fact.
Yeah, we do enough reviews. I mean,
yeah,
we know this now.
Yeah, it's almost a given. If it doesn't have an E, you're gonna like it. If it has an E, well. Okay. Jeremy, C4 for Clyde. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
He already marked it down.
Mike, all right, the Scotsman, great man. Ooh, is that a personal slam?
What's that?
That Mike gave kudos to Scotsman.
I'm not butthurt.
Smile money. How not going to be able to watch this before you start drinking again? Then Scourge, is that a big ship that Scotsman rotated into view? He touched the board? I didn't watch the video, and it sounded like some fuckery went on when I went upstairs to what did I go grab? Gunoiled, robbed of the outro babe figures. Well, yeah. Then Scourge, no outro babe shots. Damn it. Jeremy, I have seen Eric this drunk before.
Yeah, you were looking a little inebriated as well.
Well,
Chris told me the next morning.
as a you're never going to see this. A normal, when I do a video by myself and everything just, well, actually me and you have done a 2-file video.
Yeah.
File number 1, file number 2. Typically, it's 3. If it goes over an hour, it's 4 files. Take a guess. When I got up Sunday morning to edit the brew review, how many files I had?
I'm guessing you had about 9?
11.
11?
Mm-hmm. And you will never see at least 5 of them.
Oh, man.
I don't even remember turning the camera on that many times. And Scotsman stopped even using anything but F and C.
I know, I was dying. I was dying watching that show.
Mike. Army strong in my family? Clyde says 12 years for me. Smomany. Was there some belligerence in that alcohol today? This episode is rated explicit. Oh yeah. Clyde, I want to rub my chubby in that beard and across that mustache. Maybe dip it in a little Paul John for him. You. I'm glad I would never have to see that. Mike, all that beer sounds good. Yeah, the problem is there was pregame before the pregame, and then we broke into Miles 19% and like drank that while we were waiting to open the next one. And then,
oh my gosh.
And then we had 9-3, 10-3, Ardbeg, Paul John. I don't remember if we had any of the Port Charlotte.
I was chuckling. Well, you guys had like 4 or 5 shots at least. I've had to. I've watched like 15 minutes of the show every chance I get, and I'm still only halfway through. And,
it doesn't get.
You guys had a lot of shots even in the first half. I've seen so.
And then we I think we went upstairs and had opened up new beers when we.
Christine told me he almost fell down the stairs. She's like, I can't believe he caught himself. Somehow he fucking caught himself. He was like walking like this backwards down the stairs because he was so fucked up.
Cobra says, "Hey Scotsman, Clyde, I got an early entry into the U.S. Army in 1983 while I was a senior in high school. I spent the following 11 years as a camouflaged adrenaline junkie. I do miss that time and would go back today if I wasn't so old and disabled. I am an American soldier to this day because something earned can never be
taken."
Oh my shit.
Wow, that's a big...
I'm waiting for another read more button. Can never be taken away. We take our flag very seriously. I have one I carried in my rucksack the whole time. It is small, but it is also cloth and stitched. I know people who didn't go in because of illness, injury, but I know more people who just don't have the balls to do it. But we know there are a hell of a lot of who would defend this country who never served, but serve in any way possible. That is why I respect you for that. Thank you, Clyde. I never did serve. I never ran from it. I was never approached. Lord knows how I would have responded. You know, I keep thinking, and of course now with what my passion is, how awesome it would be to actually have been a sniper. You know, I don't know if I want to spend a week crawling in with fire ants running through my nutsack and up my ass, and then you take that shot and get out of there. And today, I've seen a few shows, special shows, where they interviewed, you know, they always block out the face, and they don't talk about this, and they don't talk about that, but you're talking about snipers that they may be 10 feet back in a room, and they're aiming through a small hole in the side of a building at somebody that might be a half of a mile away. Mm-hmm. It's like, you make that shot, and they're never going to figure out. I mean, first of all, they're probably never going to even hear the blast. It's all going to be, you know, a suppressed weapon inside of a room. I don't know, I just see some of this shit and the training that they go through, to control their heart rate and that whole shoot in between heartbeats. I have a hard time shooting between cups of coffee sometimes. The Lord knows how. But no, I never had the chance to do it. I was never approached. I mean, to me it was, I remember when I turned 18, I filled out the stuff. Yeah. You know, draft, all your draft stuff. But we were in a peaceful time. It never came up. And then I got into YouTube and met Justin, and so many of my good friends are either present military or ex-military. Hell, even El Tenda. He's military from Italy. And I've got the utmost respect for what you guys do, willing to do. And for me, at this point in time, 50 plus
Little
years old,
Yeah.
the best I can do is, when we lost Justin, it was immediately pick that torch up and carry it for him. And I know I've had these conversations with like Johnny Watson, and he's like going, I was willing to give my life so that some stupid idiot could burn the American flag. As much as it sickens me to watch it happen, I protect that right. Maybe it's best that I'm not in the military, because if I ever run across somebody about to burn the flag, I will save that flag and shove the pole up their ass. Clyde, for what you and the rest of everyone military can do, the best I can really do is say thank you. Poco Local, I wonder why the review release with all FUBAR. Poco Local, the government already admitted to putting chemtrails in the sky. They are micro pieces of shiny metal. At least that's what the report said. Well, why would they do that?
Why would they be spreading tiny little shiny metal pieces?
Then Poco wants me to play something called F the Pain Away by Peaches, and we just ain't got time for that. Right now, I'm already 45 minutes into what was supposed to be dinner time. DFC, good to see Scotsman. Multi-Gunman, beer. I'm going to have to call BS on this one. It's whiskey time. And then he spells it way wrong.
He spells it way wrong.
Harold had a great day with the family at the lake. Cobra says, rest in peace, bottle ship. Cobra, please ask Matt to come and reread the comments. Scotsman effed it up. We're all waiting for the C4 hit, and I put a special one in about chemtrails that must have got blocked. Dig it out of the held for review and let's go. I've got nothing. I've got nothing in the held for review file. So when they're deleting this stuff, they're just deleting this stuff. Cobra, F7. F7 is a miss. EMT Rail fan. The Scottish guy and the Irish guy walk into a bar.
Oh, yeah.
Sharky says, those two in the basement were a good start to a joke for sure. Oh. EMT Rail fan. Here's to you, Mr. 45 Bullet. Yeah, I had a conversation with Pete the other day, and Bill was definitely not in good health. And then, of course, if you're a Patreon member, Pete actually did a video on Patreon and talks about this. But Bill is actually... I knew Bill had been fighting some issues, but seeing how Pete talks to Bill between 30 minutes and an hour every single morning between 7 and 7:30, I didn't realize, me and Bill talk. It's actually, full disclosure, it's been a while. He called less than a year ago. He called to talk to me and Christine, just to shoot the shit and catch up on stuff. But I mainly talk to him either through text or through Messenger, and then of course share all the prolific shit that we are so childishly known for on Messenger. Bill hadn't really gone on that things had been progressively getting worse, but just for like Pete to get a phone call from Bill's wife at like 1:30 in the morning, letting Pete know that Bill's gone, just sucks. You know, Bill was such a great guy. I give all credit to my YouTube channel, the Ebomi channel, having more than 10 subscribers, to Paul Hasman 440, who said something about me, and Bill checked out my channel, and then me and Bill started talking, and then Bill said some shit to Pete, and me and Pete started talking. But Pete still was the first person that I had ever talked to on YouTube. I had asked Pete, some questions about, what do I do, about, I saw that whole thing. Send the Armory channel an email. So it's like, how long can a video be? And I asked him some stuff, and I still remember to this day, Pete telling me the biggest advice that I can give you for starting a YouTube channel is be true to yourself and have fun. If you're going to be fake and to you it's just like a business and nothing more, to me, all of those channels that I ever followed that acted like this is just a business, I'm here to make money, and the person that you see in front of the camera is not the person that you see when the camera shuts off, none of those people are still making videos. Not that I followed anyway. But Bill will definitely be missed, and the best salute I can give to Bill is to not pour a shot and have a drink in his behalf. But as long as we talk about Bill and we remember Bill, just like with Justin and Ed and Scott, they will truly never be gone. And I always have something that reminds me of Bill sitting right here. Bill sent me this Never Forget K-Bar. McLean, another asshole. Eric, me and the writers write our lines for your voice. And one of your girlfriends speak them. They lose zing and tell dark and creepy. And tell tall and creepy.
Dark and creepy, I said hi.
Well, actually, he's expected back sometime tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be evening or not, but he'll be blowing through on his way back down south. It's nice how he's driving north so that he can
south. Yeah, I was really confused about that too, but
I think he's just stopping back to
visit,
spend another day with me and Christine. McLean, Eric, please remind me to never go to Scotland. Thanks, bud. McLean, so we got a drunk Scot and Irishman. Great job of knocking down those nasty stereotypes, boys. McLean, Clyde, what's your take on all this? Call me. Jongsman 38, and you mock Matt for being thick?
I don't even know who that is, though.
Jongsman, he is Scottish, my arse. Jongsman, if you hear me say this, I think there was some comments when you first started leaving comments that I got the feeling that this guy is going to turn, man, so I'm going with man. This man is going to be a dick and just a troll, and he appears to watch on a regular basis, and lately has never really said anything bad. So I think we are in good graces with each other. But I honestly, I really don't know who he is. Now I'm shown as not subbed to this channel. Okay, well, I could have sworn that I was subbed to your channel. He has 9 subs, and his channel has no videos. And is that the Titanic, or is that one of the ships that was... I can't tell for sure. It's in the same era, Jongsman. Yeah, I really don't know. Then he says, he is Scottish, my arse. All I know is overall, he's been a cool guy. So, Sharky, Beer, rifle, pistols, flashlights, and the Scotsman. Good times and probably a shit show coming up. Yeah. David Brown, I love you adult virgins. Sharky, A4. I take
That's
it.
a miss.
I take it that was a just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case it was the battleship. Yeah, that was a miss. Harold, more cowbell.
Aren't you happy you got that started?
Oh, that's because of Tardisius. He's the one that sent me the damn cowbell. That's vigorous too.
I like that one. It's a little quieter.
Yeah, it's almost like someone took the weight out of it. But they didn't. Mr. 27 says 56. Mr. 27, poor intro Balmy fell off the Nakatomi Tower. Yeah, I hated when that happened. Mr. 27, intro babes, nice. Mr. 27, brew babe as well, okay, I guess. Mr. 27, brew Balmy studio guest. Have I seen this guy before? Shark ZF. What should I say? JP reporting in for the Shark ZF6 channel. This would be, we got across the big pond, and then we got in the heat of the desert. Which Paul John are you drinking? There are several types. Well,
We've got a couple now.
when you were asking that comment, we were drinking by far the best that I've had from them, but I've only had two, and that's thanks to Matt. I've now had the second one. Basically, this is 5.5%, and it's heavily peated.
And there's
And
only two that are peated as well.
that one is 46?
Yeah, 46.
And it is not peated.
I prefer the peated for sure, but well, it wasn't at the store.
Did you want another one of these, or
I'm good on that.
did you want Well, that's up for grabs in here.
No, I could do it. I'll just get one of your regular cream beers. I'll grab one of those.
Is there any left?
It was.
Oh.
You want one of those instead, or you can drink that?
Yeah.
Those are all right. They're just too sweet.
No, I agree. Overall, for what it is, I suppose maybe or 4.5. 4.5. But I give it a 4.5. Hang on a second, I got a call upstairs. See, I even you gotta. This is exactly how this shit was. I remember guys that had these. It was like, hang on, I'm on my really cool phone. It's a dual band. Hell yeah, brother. And of course, it's like that port doesn't even exist anymore.
Well, I'd have to say for what it is, I'll give it an 8. It's almost too sweet for me though. Maybe a good thing in the morning, to wake up and fix that hangover, but I don't think I'll be buying those.
I gave it a 4.5 or a 5.
I tell you what, I think the chicks would really dig it, but
I'd put your hair in a man bun.
for what it is, I mean, it's good, but it's not going to be something I'm
Well,
going to
in all fairness, when I said for what it is, I put it on the E scale. I think you're putting it on the, we're talking about where does a mocha fall in the scheme. If I was to put it in its own special category, I'd probably give it an 8. Because I like the flavor. It doesn't taste chemical.
Yep.
It doesn't taste like there's any damn booze in it at all.
It tastes like a sugared up coffee.
I bet you $1 million tomorrow, a recovering alcoholic, which would be a cruel joke. If I had, like, say, somebody that I know take a taste of that tomorrow morning, they'd go, Not for me. I don't like iced coffees, but they'd never go, is there booze in this? So
True.
yeah, I guess in all fairness, I'd go what he said. I'd go an 8 if we were putting this special category for shit like this. If it just fell in the E scale,
I'm not buying it again. So then, yeah, you can. I'd probably be down 4 with you.
Shark again? Not sure about this Scotsman dude. Seems like a real tool. Some Jarlaxle guy. I gotta ask, is this what I look like? Love you, Scotsman.
Yeah, that was me.
PSC4 was a hit. Mr. 27, nothing like a good pair of work boots. Worth every penny. Damn right. Paul Asman says burp. Mr. 27, I thought Matt couldn't handle his liquor, and then this guy was on the show and topped Matt.
Well,
In all fairness,
you guys had a lot.
in all fairness, a Scotsman may be a drinker, but I think I don't know how you say this, but Matt would maybe take this as a badge of honor. I think Matt drinks a lot more than a Scotsman.
I don't know. I don't know. He said he drinks a lot on the show, but
Well, like his foreign and domestic, he doesn't drink. I don't think he drinks at all on his show because normally, as soon as the show's over, he works third shift.
yeah,
So he's got to go to work.
yeah.
So I think Scotsman may be a little bit out of the drinking game due to his work schedule lately.
Yeah.
Not to sound like I'm making excuses for a Scotsman, but with how hell bent his job has been lately, where do you have time to drink and all that? You do a shot and you fall asleep because your alarm's gonna go off in 7 hours.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
Mr. 27, no outro, babe. Me sad. Well, I'll have to figure out who she was and I'll use her again. Last comment. Mr. 27, you can thank your beautiful military for the position or poison chemtrails in the sky. Okay, again, cheap old gun guy did throw out there could have been somebody up there learning to fly. But all I can say is it's very suspicious when the sky has been gridded.
It literally looked like what you would see a tractor going through a field, cutting down, all his crops. Just back and forth, making a big old square. It definitely looked a little odd to me.
Going to the club. Thank God there's only 3 of you, and then we're done. Smile Money? The drinking has started. Cheers. Cheers, Smile Money. Harold, cheers, Clubbers. Cheers, Harold. And Gunwild to the sunny slopes of long ago. Cheers, Clubbers.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, I always like to get, see, it's unlike, say, Tac Pack, which overall, for the most part, I would say Tac Pack, they have months. They have months where it's not a complete ripoff, but they're definitely cheaper. But at least with Tac Pack, it wasn't like Tac Pack had their own channel and then they had their own guy who did a release and showed everybody this shit. So if you really want to know what's in a battle box, you can find out what is it, 2-3 weeks before I ever even have the thing sitting on my porch. But I'll give you a quickie. There was a very awesome, very well made, very heavy leather duffel bag in there, which Christine even really liked. But as you guys know, let's just go straight on to the knives.
Let's just go to the knives. That's all that matters.
Of the knives, there's 2 knives this month, and this is a Gonzo knife. And Wade would be the first to tell you, you can't usually ever go wrong with a Gonzo knife. You're talking about a $30 knife here. I do like this lock mechanism. It's the same one that's on that Wilkinson. And this was like a $70 or $80
You got
knife.
a little charm hanging off that knife?
Yeah, Punisher.
What the fuck?
That came from the guy who made the stands.
That's just funny.
I was like trying to figure out what to do with it. And I was like,
You blinging out your knife.
I blinged out my knife.
That's wow.
So it has the same lock mechanism. You just pull back and it's pretty beefy blade. It's got a little of the Tardisius jimping right there because I know how much he loves that shit. Feels good in the hand, and
It does feel like a nice solid blade.
and this is 440C stainless, and this is a $30 knife. Again, I've had a few Gonzo knives, and I don't think you can beat their blades. The last one I had, I gave it to Caitlin, which I gave it to Caitlin because I love my family members, and she really liked it, so I was like, I think I gave it to Caitlin. I know I don't have it anymore. I gave it to somebody. And then the knife of the month is another one from Fox. And at first it had so much heft to it, I thought that these were aluminum scales, which would put it in the same category. I never even announced what you guys are playing for this month. Right now, as it stands, this is what the bottle ship knife is.
Oh, that's a pretty sweet one.
So, again, this was a fairly an M-Tech. It wasn't an expensive knife, but if you're just looking for something to beat to shit, it's got the glass breaker on the back, and I thought it was. I've had it for a long time, and I finally decided to throw it in the
Really
bottle
heavy.
ship. Yeah.
And it's got the Marines Corp coin on it.
Marine symbol on it, but this has G10 scales, and this is VG10 steel, and they say that this is a $170 blade. I really like the heft. I mean, if you're one of these people that go, I can't have anything that's got some weight to it in my pocket because I'm a vagina. I like this. It's got the glass breaker on the back of it. But Tardisius, I don't know where you're gonna fall on this. The jimping almost runs halfway down the blade, but it's smooth. It's not really really pronounced. But yeah, it seems like a decent blade. Yeah, I'll put it this way: it's one that I immediately didn't say, I can't wait to give it away. I do like this, but I like a knife that you feel like you could use it to pry shit apart without breaking it. And this version of this knife, sold by them in Italy, is $300. Why? I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
But I didn't think this was terrible for what it is.
It's a little heavy, but I mean, it feels like it could take a beating.
Officially licensed by the.
Designed by the United States Marine Corps.
So it's got a seatbelt cutter, it's got a glass breaker, and it actually has a little bit more of a positive grip area for unlocking it. But that's the bottle ship offering this time around. I'm gonna hit the refresh button one last time, and then we're out of here. Nope. Gunwild, you stand as the last comment. So cheers and thank you whoever sent me the outdated Razor and the outdated StarTAC.
That's pretty awesome. Too bad it don't work for you.
Yeah, only well, what would it be? It's over 25 years. 25 years that I have thought about this stupid thing and said, you know what? All I ever wanted someday was this thing.
No, if you could turn that thing into a walkie-talkie, that'd be pretty badass.
Hell, if you could turn something like this into a de-Googled phone. Well, I guess at this at this simplicity level, all it's doing is making calls, so it's already de-Googled. Never mind. Now, on the other hand, no, they're.
I think it gets on internet.
I think the Razor did have internet.
Crappy screen, not many options you could do, but
Then, of course, if you wanted to type, the 2 is A, B, and C, so you had to, like...
oh, I remember those
to
days.
send. If you were to send, I am hanging from the bridge, please come back and say... Yeah, just give up here. We're done. But, yeah, these are both phones from my past, and I didn't own either one of them. Sammy Poo did own this one. This one actually has a...
decent charger.
at least a charging port that still exists today.
Well, that phone's not really all that old anymore. I mean, it's old, but it's not like the old Nokias. That's one of the newer, like I think when smartphones came out, that was one of the high-end up-and-coming phones when it started doing more options.
This one takes a SIM.
SIM card.
Huh.
I wonder when those came out. I'd say like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know it's been a while. Okay, I'm gonna go reminisce in front of the
Later,
grill. Cheers.